again. And what I'm going to do is, long time ago, in a land not so far away, I come up with an exercise. Well, let me back up. Goshin Jutsu Karate, my beloved system, is a soft hard system with its roots in the southern Chinese weight crane system. Okay, so this is something that was told to me early in my studies, and when I got to be an intermediate level back in the early 80s, I posted another kata, Jigokyu, and it's been one of my favorite forms all these 30 some years later. Okay, so but one of the things that I knew as a beginning student, after my second lesson, I knew I had found my calling in life. Okay, I love the martial arts, and to me, so it's very much a lifetime art activity. I'm currently 52 years old as I'm filming this, and so one of the things, the aspects of, I knew even as a young buckaroo full of testosterone that when I got to be my 50s, 60s, and 70s, you can't go slam bang all the time. And one of the premises behind the martial arts is that it should work for someone of slight of frame, not so strong physically, and also older people, okay? Because as you get older and you learn to relax, you build up your chi, or you learn how to control your energy, okay? And I'm not getting hooky spooky here. It's just like the bio chi, I refer to it as the bio electrical energy that is in all of us that makes us go. Okay, keeps your heart beating while you're sleeping. All right. So one of the other arts, Tai Chi, which is known for its soft flowing movements. I didn't want to learn another system, but I thought I could see even at that 1 year stage of my training that there was they were cultivating that your inner chi, your inner strength. Okay. And so to incorporate, use what we were doing to develop that relaxation and being able to, because you want to be relaxed from start of movement to the point of impact and then relaxed again, okay? And if you tend to rely on muscle strength, there's just a lot of, I'm not going to get into everything, but it's just not good, okay? Not all the time. And you can't do it when you're older. So I come up with an exercise called 1 breath per movement, and this is real simple. So you get the benefits of Tai Chi without having to take Tai Chi. So whatever system you're in, whether you're doing Taekwondo, Kung Fu, any of the karate styles, any of the harder styles in particular that are known for, block, punch, kick, okay? Take this exercise in whatever form you're doing and do 1 breath or 1 movement per breath, okay? And the idea is it'll force you to you will learn to relax. Your mind will be opened up to a greater understanding of the techniques you're doing. Because a lot of times, speed can cover a multitude of technological sins. And the idea is that your answers are in your katas. This is my opinion, okay? So what I'm going to do is this is real simple. I'll take a common form that is very common throughout most of the karate systems called MP, okay? I know there are slightly different variations of it, but from the beginning, it's the same form. And it is a hard style form, okay? So the regular, and I'm just going to do like the first opening sequence for you real quick. So you got your opening, however you may open it, okay? And then from here you got okay? So again, it's aggressive, there's sometimes when you're in defense, but there's other times, okay? So we're going to slow this down, and because it's easy to see, I can get all caught up in muscle strength doing all these hard movements. So let's slow it down. For the sake of brevity, we'll just assume I did the opening, but even when I do the opening, I do, from the opening bows. And again, you're going to learn how to breathe from down in your dantian, your lower, your true center, okay? Directly from here, okay? So from the very opening, all right, and you bow. Okay, so that gives you an idea. Everything is done 1 movement per breath. You're going to learn great breath control doing this also. So from my opening movement, okay, the opening block, and again, as I do this form, I'm not touching that knee to the ground, it's just hovering an inch off of it. So your base foundation, your foundational strength is going to increase also. You're going to hold a lot of these lower stances for a while, so this is just so much great stuff here. So from the Fudo, got the opening sequence. And so on and so forth, okay? And that's actually kind of a speeded up version. As you learn to control your breath better, you can really drag out, because this form, done in its entirety at full speed, only takes about 50 seconds to do, minute tops, okay? And that's typical for a lot of the hard style forms, okay? However, I've timed it before. I've done it. It's taken me, 20 minutes to do the form. Okay. So again, it's like you learn really good breath control. But again, the benefits are, because remember, from the time you move, in any situation, you want to be relaxed till that point of contact. So you'll learn to draw that up from the floor. You'll learn to be relaxed during that time of movement, because when you get in a situation, you have an adrenaline dump. Okay, and it's good for about 30 seconds. All these, however you practice something, it gets focused down to a little tiny shorter movement, and you're just, things go crazy. So if you train from the beginning to be calm, slightly, and again, in the Goshin and all the white crane accentuated systems, or the systems that accentuate the white crane roots, they're doing these bigger moves, okay, like your outside walk, Judy and Soda hook, okay, as you come up from here and outside, boom. But in a real situation, it's going to be down to boom. Okay, so, but this is how you train to learn the proper technique of where the power comes from. So by slowing it down, you're learning to relax, and then just keying up at that point of impact, and then relax. Okay, so when the time comes to do a situation, it's coming in your body naturally, because of that adrenaline dump is just going to shorten that movement to like doing a handshake. But again, and then boom. If you practice it like short from the beginning, all you're going to get is this, and a punch in the face. Okay, that's just, look it up yourself. What happens to the body under adrenaline stress? You'll see I'm not going to let. So anyway, went a little longer than I thought, but that's one movement per breath, and you can apply that to any form. Get all the benefits of Tai Chi without having to pay another sensei to do other lessons. I mean, if you want to do that, great. I've studied with a lot of people outside my system, because it all makes you a better martial artist, okay? So, take that for what it's worth. Any questions, any comments, feel free to let me know. Have a good day.